With all features experimental or otherwise, developers should evaluate their app's design and content to support a comfortable and safe experience for users. Refer to the design section and the Hansen safety information below. 10度の違い。プラマイゼロってところ。センサーで10度を超えるかどうかか。With all features experimental or otherwise, developers should evaluate their app's design and content to support a comfortable and safe experience for users. Refer to design section in the developer hub. See the design section and their health and safety information below. Applicable 1000×5 は 1000×5 で4。As well, features experimental or otherwise, developers should evaluate their app's design and content to support a comfortable and safe experience for users. Refer to the design section in the developer hub. See the design section and their health and safety information below. Applicable to the immersive experience system in Europe. Pass-through depth scene and shared spatial anchors allow developers to create immersive applications that seamlessly blend virtual elements with the user's physical environments. This page provides general guidance for using these tools to create immersive, engaging mixed reality experiences that meet users' expectations and help protect them in combined physical and virtual worlds. In some cases, these features can also support primarily pass-through immersive experiences without the boundary. トランズのデラックスエディションには何が入ってんの？The Kali Blaze box uniquely numbered files supply last hot pink back tray and 2 hearts map play mode figure 2. Style painted disc to take over nearby indestructible articles. スマップ。これだけでも違うかな。何の一番下では変わらんか。Thin and shared spatial anchors allow developers to create immersive applications that seamlessly blend virtual elements with the user's physical environment. This page provides general guidance for using these tools to create immersive engaging mixed reality experiences. In some cases, these features can also support primarily pass-through immersive experiences without the boundary, formerly known as Guardian. However, the boundary is recommended for fully immersive and immersive experiences. It is important to determine if your application aligns the definition of pass-through immersive experiences and considers relevant guidance for your specific experience. The section includes additional considerations for different types of interfaces. もうすぐ読むべき感じだとにして。So, version 7. Version 71 Interaction SDK added support for the OpenXR hand skeleton. Please see OpenXR hand skeleton in Interaction SDK for details on upgrading or configuring your project to use the OpenXR hand skeleton. What is Interaction SDK? The Meta XR Interaction SDK for Unity makes it easy for VR users to immersively interact with their virtual environment with Interaction SDK. XR Interaction SDK for Unity makes it easy for VR users to immersively interact with their virtual environment. With Interactions SDK, you can grab the scale objects, push buttons, teleport, navigate user interfaces, and more while using controllers or just physical hands. How does Interaction SDK works? Interaction SDK offers many features to create an immersive XR experience. To grab an object, including grabbing it up close, far away, or grabbing dynamically based on that. SDK を使ってでもプラットフォームを固定したいかどうかってところですね。SDK in Unity with your project. Please get started with system. Port OpenXR via the Oculus OpenXR backend. Unity's OpenXR backend is also usable with Interaction SDK. 使えるんだ。Offering stunning content and art capabilities and thrilling adventures. These best practices outline design decisions identified by our researchers that can enhance users' satisfactions. How to start designing for immersive experiences. Start with the physical world. When starting a design, consider a similar situation or object that exists in the physical world. Use this comparison to guide the design process and ask how it relates to the problem being solved. How would our user do the action in physical space? How would our user interact with objects? How would source elements interact? By supporting a common physical-based metaphor and its expected behaviors, it's possible to create a great user experience. This will also secure usability because users won't have to relearn our new type of interactions. To intuitively club object and unprocessed object in physical world. Even when the experience is rooted in the familiar experiences, it's possible to let go of physics. Sure, that create magical experiences that are impossible in the physical world once core mechanics are defined. Fully the design process from physical space constraints. Replace sections the physical environment, creating a magic window or portal into virtual spaces. Transition between unbleached physics. Canvas. First type iterated experience your creation in physical space, designing extraordinary experiences. Shorten the time to fun. Since immersive sessions are typically shorter than PC sessions and there is an additional handle while setting up and wearing the headset. It's crucial to quickly engage users and meet their expectations. Ensure gameplay aligns with promotional materials, avoid lengthy non-interactive cinematics, and provide tutorials that enrich the game context. Also offer a sense of progression or achievement with the first few minutes to keep users invested. Make experiences intuitive. Provide an animation, video, or mirror to assist virtual running. This is applicable to hand gestures as well as full motion gestures like running or putting hands together. Be sure to use the correct terminology to describe the gesture. Selecting something with hands is typically a pinch from distance and a grab or press close up. Experiences. Since users can move freely in space, users can view objects from various angles. Billboarding means making an object rotate and always face the user, regardless of orientation, as is recommended to use billboarding to include the readability and the usability of text travel and objects containing important information. When using billboarding, consider using access constraints to optimize experiences. Consider applying billboard to the UI. This will allow the user to interact with the UI from any angle. When displaying the virtual objects, it's important to display them at an appropriate size and distance. Getting this wrong can create confusion. Do not place virtual objects behind walls or other physical objects in physical space. In this case, when the user tries to approach the objects, but they may injure themselves by colliding with physical objects. Eye fatigue and motion sickness also increase due to incorrect depth information. その通りですね。When displaying a modal UI such as a dialog box or other overlay information, display it with consideration for the depth of virtual objects. When displaying an important dialog as an overlay, virtual content must be dimmed or hidden. When displaying a modal UI such as a dialog box or other overlay information, display it with consideration for the depth of virtual objects. When displaying an important dialog as an overlay, virtual content must be dimmed or hidden so that the user does not feel confused regarding the depth of objects. When displaying small-sized objects, users can easily get lost. This is because they can move freely and look anywhere in immersive experiences. Therefore, it is recommended to provide clear visuals and auditory cue when displaying small-sized objects to guide users' auditory. 音声のか。When an object bigger than actual physical space is overlaid on top of an environment, this can lead to confusion about what's physical and what's virtual. To avoid this, either make the background of the virtual object non-transparent, effectively hiding the physical environment behind it, or clip the object so it doesn't exceed other physical space boundaries. Consistent viewing size with angular scaling. If certain information needs to be readable, if certain information needs to be readable at any distance. If certain information needs to be readable. If certain information needs to be readable at any distance, use angular scaling. For example, UI elements that display important information and require user action can be displayed in a constant size regardless of the display distance by user angular scaling. Ensure readability by applying angular scaling to objects that need to be visible from a distance, such as visual indicators, wayfinding allows, and annotation labels. When scaling up or down based on the distance change, use animation to help the user understand how distance is being changed. Apply a min-max size limit to avoid object moving too close to the user too far away. So more dialect and indirect input interaction alike. Users expect their ability to interact with the object through various input methods such as anti-locking and controllers commented. Controller support. If more inputs are detailed, controller required. Allow the user to directly interact with objects to create a more immersive and intuitive experience. Design support for casting from hands so users can head locked content, displaying information around the user's field of view, like heads-up display, is a popular method used in first-person game. However, when using a MetaQuest in a mixed reality context, the information displayed around the user's eye can tire them quickly and reduce usability. Avoid locking head-style content to the user's head movements, anchor information, and digital content to your space, or loosely follow the user using more. Use word-locked content for more lifelike experiences. Includes immersion and realism by fixing virtual objects to physical space. This enables intuitive, spatialized interactions by allowing users to view virtual objects anchored in physical space from various angles. When possible, try to keep objects anchored in physical space rather than following the user. Use shadows for more realistic object placement. Lock motion. Unlike in fully immersive experiences, users cannot be teleported in physical space. Therefore, apps that provide both mixed reality experiences must be designed to prevent teleporting users to space that does not match their physical surroundings. In mixed reality experiences, do not use teleport to move the user to other content. It can confuse the user's sense of location and orientation. Apps that support both mixed reality and fully immersive experiences should utilize transitions. When switching mode to gradually change the environment and prevent user confusion. Since virtual objects are blended into the physical environment in mixed reality, while there is no control over the user's point of view, it is essential to design content with sufficient cues and feedback. This allows users to explore and interact with virtual content in space without getting lost. Since there is no physical, tactical feedback when interacting with virtual objects, but cues for states such as hover and pressed become crucial for quality and usability. Provide a virtual feedback when someone focuses on the hover over interact. Users are most likely to stay in the experiments when they are physically comfortable at all times. Ensure users have an opportunity to practice object interactions in a relaxed, untimed environment. Not measured or limited term of duration. 時間制限をつけないこと。Avoid forcing users to bend down to pick up items. Implement a feature to easily retrieve dropped objects and ensure users can spot dropped objects. fixed frame. Avoid displaying motion or forcing the user to physically move along too much while fully immersed. Make sure you define a fixed frame or difference in the boundary set up for safety. We recommend anchoring content in the space instead of making it follow the user's head rotation. Display content and text within the user's field of view and prevent the users from having to turn their hand. Support indirect interactions that let the user interact with the object while staying in the restored position. When using direct interactions, make sure the interactables are not far away from the users or they have a way to recenter or summon the content there. Expect that approximately half of users will play sitting down, while the other half will prefer standing. Users may also alternate between the two as they tire or become more engaged with the gameplay. Ensure they can enjoy the game in both sitting and standing positions. Design experiences to be spatially responsive. Users' physical environments vary in size, layout, and functioning. To provide a consistent user experience for everyone, design experience to be adapted. Example, butter to make ride with physical. Three-dimensional object that volume is both engaging and immersive. However, various types of content such as video, documents, images, and blueprints remain two-dimensional. For these types of content, displaying and interacting with them in a flat two-dimensional window is still most efficient and intuitive approach. Additionally, since people have become accustomed and efficient use to two-dimensional user interface of computers, smartphones, and tablets over a long period, two-dimensional windows remain essential and important in immersive experiences. Designing these interfaces requires both drawing on existing interface patterns and understanding the unique constraints and opportunities of the medium. The evolving nature of immersive experiences opens up new solution spaces for interaction and experience design, but also introduces limitations that necessitate careful consideration on a range of issues related to human perception. Safety mixed reality depth API provides application developers real-time environment depth estimates from their point of view of headset. あれが欲しいな。これを見つけたいんだよな。出ます。明日考えます。ちょっと新しいモブ調べちゃった。